Welcome to the newest episode of Discussion Sentai Loserger. I'm Loser Blue,
And I'm Loser Yellow.
and this is a weekly show where we discuss the newest episodes of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. Today we're going to be talking about Kamen Rider Zeztz, episode 3, and Gozyuger, episode 31. We're going to start with Zeztz. So, Yellow, what are your thoughts on Zeztz, episode 3?
Zeztz is only getting better. I've really been enjoying this series, but there's still no opening. What's up
Yeah,
with that?
it's just because these episodes have to run a little longer, right? They're
Yeah.
they're setting up a bunch of stuff. They're explaining the rules of the world, and like, kind of setting up, I guess, like the general flow of how things are gonna work.
hmm
And because of that, they just don't have time for an opening, I guess, in the airing slot. Um, Again, this is incredibly minor. There's going to be an opening.
One of these days, there will be an opening.
Technically speaking, I would probably be okay with a series that is like every episode is like a minute or so longer without an opening. That's not going to happen, but it wouldn't bother me at all.
More Kamen Rider is more Kamen Rider.
Yeah. Enough about complaining with the opening. We did that last time too.
But
Um,
have you been watching it in a well-lit room? Because I haven't.
no, I watch everything in a well-lit room at a safe distance from the TV. I'm a good boy.
Well, you see, that's where you and I are different.
What, you're in complete pitch black, face like pressed against the screen.
Oh, it's the only way to watch things.
Okay, enough of this. Let's actually talk about the episode.
So the Nightmares succeeded in their second bombing and opened up the second mines door.
I mean, technically they opened up all three
Yeah,
in this
they opened
episode.
up all three. Uh-oh. You were right.
Well, yeah, I was pretty much right. I was not entirely sure if like what happened in the dream was going to happen in real life. That was something I was thinking like could be a thing. It would add stakes to the dreams, and that is what happens in this episode. We do get to see that when he blows up the buildings, they blow up in real life. So that adds stakes to the dream things, which is good because if it succeeded in the dream, nothing really happened until like he fully completed like all three doors.
Right.
It it'd be a little like low stakes until like the final thing. But now there's always stakes. There's always something bad that can happen with the villain.
It's probably
And
better this way. Like, if
yeah,
there's no
I
stakes, like, where's the conflict?
yeah, exactly. I like the fact that they've done this. I think it's a good choice because it makes every fight matter more instead of just the last one. Now, the nightmare does succeed in the dream in this one.
Right.
It opens up all three doors and it possesses Fujimi's body. And then it like Zero says that like it's the end of the world or something. Like this is
Yeah.
like an absolute catastrophe. Or it could be a complete catastrophe. Which feels a bit weird. I right?
And, well, kinda. Like, what I have here,
I'm
at
not
the very least, is that he said, if the nightmares aren't stopped, it means the end of the world.
Oh, did was he specifically talking about plural?
Yeah, he
Okay.
was talking about nightmares
I thought
in general.
okay, I must have misread. I thought he was saying like that one nightmare was somehow going to be the end of the world. I'm just like, is every single nightmare going to be an end of the world scenario? That seems a bit intense. But if it's just nightmares in general, okay, that's fine. But like the nightmare does have a big impact on the world when it shows up,
Oh, yes.
right? It spreads out like this purple mist, which I think most people didn't really like see the mist,
Mm-hmm.
but it like hijacked the airwaves and we saw like butterflies show up. And I'm guessing this is like nightmares infecting more people.
Right.
Because at the end of the episode, when he defeats the nightmare, it turns into a butterfly. So it entering real life sent out a bunch of nightmares, which infected more people, which now the main character will have to deal with. And then, yeah, the nightmare was planning to blow itself up with Fujimi and probably take a bunch of people out with it. So nightmares are bad. I mean, we're not surprised about that. We need to not let them win. Now, the big thing have to wonder about is how many are going to win in the dream, and how many are going to be stopped in the dream.
There has to be. I'm gonna say probably 80% of them will be stopped in the dream, but there has to still be stakes. So a lot of them do have to come over into the real world.
Yeah, a few of them are going to have to win, and a few of them are going to have like serious impacts on the world, like in terms of like the dreamscape, like how this guy blew up some buildings.
Yeah.
So that'll be it'll be hard to balance that because if too many of them win in the dream, it kind of makes our main character look incompetent,
Yes.
right? And if they all do it, it looks really bad and would be like really formulaic. Like it would be very easy for this show to go with a 2 episode arc thing for every monster, where the first episode they deal with him in the dream and he wins, and then the next episode they deal with him in real life and then our main character wins, right? It'd be way too easy to make a really formulaic thing like that, and I don't think that would be a good idea. Like I don't want that.
It's definitely not the right move to do something like that. I'm not against having like a monster of the fortnight. That's more than fine.
Yeah,
But
no, I'm not
just
against
as long
that.
as it's not like what you said, the first episode it's within the dream, the second episode it's in real life. I don't think that will work.
Yeah, it needs to it would need to be varied. And I mean, we'll see. Kamen Rider has been moving a little bit more away from Monster of the Week in general. It's often been a lot more serialized storytelling and less about just like pure episodic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I believe the writer of this was the writer of Geats, and that was a pretty serialized story. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's true. I would need to look it up later. Don't quote me.
Oh, I'm gonna quote you.
No, I said not to. Anyway, I think we fully kind of understand how the monsters work now. We get all the stakes. We know what's the status quo, I guess, has been set up. That monsters are going to show up, our main character is going to deal with them. We know what the monsters' goals are and the consequences. So the big thing now will just be how does our main character interact with like the police officers? Because I don't those characters aren't going to go away.
No, they're gonna stick around.
They're a little too set up. Yeah, who is Knox? What does he want? What's his thing? Those are like the big questions we need to see going forward. And then also the all important questions is what are the new forms going to look like? We need to sell them toys, right?
Oh yeah. They're gonna look rad. It's why we have Wing coming next week.
Yeah, we're gonna like the flying form next week. Yeah, I mean we've already seen a bunch of the forms through like I don't actually know where we got them. I just saw them on the Wikipedia, so
Yeah, it's all the press
uh
releases. You get them on the Kamen Rider wiki.
yeah, it's through press releases or magazines or something. Um, we've seen like a bunch of them, but they're all like the kind of like base form esque stuff. We don't know what like his super forms are gonna be like, and we probably won't know for at least another like 10 episodes.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll get the press releases and that, but
I might try to not like look at so many of those for this. You know, maintain some surprise for the podcast. But yeah, no, I think that everything has been set up, and that's good. I like where it's going. There's some funny things in the episode. I like that they show our main character can literally fall asleep on a dime.
oh
Like he can
yeah.
just do that. That was a funny scene.
I wish I could fall asleep on a dime.
I wish. Yeah, it must be nice. Although to be fair, I wouldn't want the rest of his life, his strange bad luck and stuff.
I don't know, like I'd take getting hit by a car if I could fall asleep on a dime.
Interesting priorities. Interesting priorities.
So the Paranormal Affairs division was shut down by the new director of public security for the police.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna guess that'll be reversed after the bombings and like the weird hijacking, right?
Probably, but two bombings already happened by the time that they shut him down.
Yeah, I know, I know. It's just there's a third one, and then it was a big thing,
Right.
and who knows? It might be more the overtness of it might say, okay, fine, you can maintain your stupid thing. Or who knows? But like it has to stick around in some capacity because I just feel like our main character is going to be working with Fujimi and whatnot. So
They have to be.
it would feel weird to actually shut it down and like move them to different departments or something.
They did so much setup for it that it feels like it would be odd for it not to stick around.
Yeah. So it'll probably be reversed in some capacity in like the next episode. The action,
The
the fight
action's
in this episode.
great.
Yeah, I quite
Creative
liked it.
use of the transform abilities.
Yeah, I quite liked the transform. So many times I was watching him do transform stuff, and I'm just like, this is just Luffy.
Yeah.
This is just One Piece. He does Gamu Gamu no Net or whatever, where he like crosses his fingers.
Yeah, and then he does like an elephant gun and
He does like the big stamp where he like his leg stretches all the way up into the air.
yeah.
It's very very Luffy the whole time. I was thinking that. Obviously, a little bit more. He like does like weird shapes. I think he turns his hand into like a hammer at one point,
Mhm.
which is a little more than what Luffy does. And then his final thing where he like misses and then like wraps around to like stab the monster in the
Yeah.
back.
It goes through the wall. It's like, haha, you missed.
Oh, it's funny. I liked that. Yeah, Transform is fun. I'm curious to see how much it'll stick around just because it's such like a CG heavy form,
Hmm.
right? You can't just like put him in a suit and tell him to, punch the monster.
Right.
You have to do like a bunch of CG stuff to make Transform worth using. So we'll see how long it sticks around. I was expecting a really dramatic drop off in terms of like suit budget stuff, but like this episode, he was like fully lit up like the whole fight.
I almost am starting to think that some of the suit effects might be in camera effects. Like what they did with the original Star Wars, where the lightsabers were made of like movie screen material, so they glowed. Because it's all the line work on the Zeztz suit that's glowing.
Yeah, it looks great. I do really like it. Obviously, like once they went outside, that kind of went away.
Yeah.
It was only when they were inside that he was glowing. And fair enough. Again, I do expect a lot of this to go away more and more. I was expecting like a really dramatic drop off in how often it was used. But these first like 3 episodes have all felt like pretty high budget and good. It's definitely like this is the intro arc. These
Hmm.
first 3 episodes was the intro arc, and they were trying really hard on it, which is great because I think these 3 episodes have been really good. But yeah, the fight was fun. The finisher's cool. He did like 3 hits, one for each 7, which then the 7s turn into ZZZ for Zeztz and also for sleeping.
Yeah.
I like that the monsters fall asleep when they are defeated. Like they always snore. It's kind of goofy, but it works for the theming. So yeah, no, I would say overall I have been really happy with these first like 3 episodes of Zets. Again, I think now going forward we're gonna go into a little more status quo-y stuff,
Yeah.
and we'll see how that is. Because these first 3 episodes have been very like serialized. It's felt kind of like one plot.
Yes.
So we'll see going forward.
When the nightmare ends, the world transitions back into real life, or what I'm thinking is some sort of halfway point that like Nox and Zets exist within, because Baku was there talking to Fujimi, but then Nazca showed up and Baku was just gone. But it was very much the same scene.
Yeah, I could see why you might think that. And maybe a thing will be one of Nox's big plans is to maybe like merge dreams and reality, right? That seems like seems like a thing that a dream-based villain would do. I'm not sure that is what happened there. I think they just decided they really wanted Baku to pull a Batman in that scene and just disappear, right?
Yeah.
Who knows? It could be a weird thing where he's like half existing in a dream, but he wasn't asleep then. So, oh yeah, this was the first episode he transformed fully awake.
Yes.
I kind of wish that when he was fighting while fully awake, he was like a little worse. Like it was a little more notable, like clumsiness or something like that.
Yeah.
His like beginning of the transformation when he didn't like do it right away and got interrupted. It was there then, but after he transformed, he was like fully competent. And I would maybe have liked to see a little bit of a difference, but a very minor nitpick. We see when all the butterflies go out, when a person gets like their eyes turn purple or something, which is
Yeah.
probably them getting infected. Was that the sister? I forgot if that was actually his sister.
I think it was the sister.
We'll see next episode, whoever the dreamer is. I think it was the sister, but
We'll find out at the wedding. Protect the VIP bride.
heck yeah. Okay, so that's Zeztz, that's looking good. How do you feel about Gozyuger episode 31?
Episode 31 of Number One Sentai Gozyuger was pretty good. As we know, last week, Assam got obliterated by Ray, absorbed by his ring that we don't know how works yet. And then Ray came back and did a lot of punching.
Yeah.
Ray's become very important. Ray's always been pretty important, but things are moving in that direction now.
Well, we've seen now that he's like Ray is connected to now 3 out of 6 Gozyugers, right?
Yeah.
He worked at the was it Bakugami Hospital.
Yes.
He's Blue's brother, and he has kidnapped Black's sister for some reason that we don't fully know yet. So the main thing I liked about this episode is it feels like we're starting to like really move some plots along.
Right.
Right. A big issue with Gozyuger, just in general, has been it's very episodic. It doesn't feel like anything's really ever going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And we just deal with these random monsters of the week that don't even really pertain to the actual goal of getting rings. And like I would say that has been a bit of an issue with Gozyuger in general. I've enjoyed the monster of the week plots. And they have been fun. But it is a series that is kind of spinning its wheels a bit. And I think this episode is finally starting to move something along, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Black now knows who the gray-eyed man is, and she's putting the pieces together and realizing that he's Blue's brother and stuff like that.
Right.
So plots are happening, which is good because we're now in the last 20 episodes, right?
Yes.
Stuff needs to happen.
No, just let's spin our tires even more. Let's not do anything.
Yeah, I hope next episode nothing of importance happens at all.
Yeah.
That would be great. So that's like the big thing in this episode. I would say probably an issue maybe is just how quickly Ryugi got his ring back, right?
Yeah, it felt kind of quick.
It felt really fast. Now, to be fair, I've seen these shows where I've seen like a Kamen Rider show where the main character dies and then literally he's back the next episode, like within the first 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm used to stuff like this. It's not that big a deal, but you need the main characters to still be the main characters and transform and stuff. So him getting his ring back and dealing with this character arc pretty fast is not like the worst thing in the world, but it was fast.
I'm glad we got our boy Yellow back though.
Yeah, he is much better than Mr. Alien T-Man,
who isn't
Assam?
back. Yeah, Assam.
Yeah, he just gone, like as completely obliterated.
Like it was described as Ray's ring ate him. And like I think he's just gone.
Now, to be fair, maybe when they beat Ray, and they like destroy Ray's weird void ring, he'll pop out, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a few people will pop out, and those will be like Ray's victims. Who knows? Maybe something like that. Maybe Ray is like, he's terminally ill and he's like consuming people to live. And once they beat him, all his victims will come back. Still have no idea what he wants with the unicorn sister. Like, I don't know what's special about her.
I think we're gonna find out next episode.
Hopefully.
Probably.
Yeah, I found this episode's number one battle was a little maybe underwhelming. It wasn't really about being a doctor at all. They didn't cure anything. Or Ryugi just said, I'm going to cure the world. And then no one was like, that's real impressive. I'm super impressed. You win.
Oh, that... It is impressive. He's gonna cure the world.
I mean, it's impressive if he does it. Not declaring that he will do it.
Well, we'll see. We still got like 19 episodes to go or something like that.
Something like that. Well, I'm curious. I don't know. I liked this episode because it was moving the plot along. I didn't think its number one battle was like the best number one battle. The fight was fun enough. I liked that when Ryuji hit the note with the hammer, he like pinballed through the underground parking. Like he just bounced off all the, and it like literally made pinball noises. Very funny. I've enjoyed this series for that. But yeah, Gozyuger has been a series that has felt a little aimless at points, and I'm hoping we're starting to like focus down on like a plot going forward. At first, it'll be dealing with Rei, and then it'll probably be dealing with Kuon and the Bridals and whatever the Bryden.
Yeah, Kuon hasn't really done much for quite some time now, other than erasing Bouquet's memory.
Yeah, he has left the story a little bit, but next episode is about the Bryden. I mean, it's about a Mr. Shining Knife and Miss Sweetcake, something like.
Yes. They're getting a divorce.
They're getting a divorce. No.
Why is next week based around marriage? We got a VIP bride and a divorce.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I don't know which one comes first. Like, I don't know which one comes first in superhero time. It would be very funny if Ryder went first. It starts with a wedding and ends with a divorce.
So did you notice that the opening changed?
Oh, did it?
Yeah, they kept covering Ryugi up with a cardboard cutout of Gozyu-Tyranno. He never showed
funny.
up in the opening.
That's funny. I did not actually notice that. I oftentimes I play on my phone during the opening because I've seen it 30 times at this point, right?
Yeah. What's even more is I checked and they did it last week too.
Oh, true.
We missed it.
Neither of us noticed it at all. Well, again,
How observant of us.
I play on my phone during the opening. What do you want from me?
So we did get the cafe owner and the child again, 2 episodes in a row. We're spoiled.
Oh yeah, my favorite characters. I'm looking forward to them not showing up at all for the next 19 episodes.
Yeah.
It's fine. They're not like actually that important, so I'm fine with them not being that relevant.
But you know who else showed up this episode? Bear Kuma. I was so happy last week when I was talking about how I haven't seen his ugly face. And now he's back.
Now he's back dropping invoices again. That little garbage toy.
Who likes him anyway?
I'm like so neutral on that character. I don't care about him at all, and you like have a burning hatred for him.
Come on, he is that bad. I would be
Sure.
in crippling debt if he gave me one of those invoices.
He gave him an invoice for what? 100 million yen? That's like what? $10?
It's like $1 million.
I don't know. I don't understand foreign currency. But yeah, no. I thought it was a pretty good episode. Moving things forward, so that's good.
So, Ryugi has a new wish, and it's to sever what constrains the world. Which, from what I'm getting from it, is to like make everyone's wish come true, I guess.
Well, I think it's more to let everyone be free to do like what they want, like to pursue their own wish instead of being constrained like he was by his father. Now, to be fair, I'm not sure exactly how much of a new wish it is. Like, I think he still like wants to heavily promote Tega Sword Sama because he's still like deeply obsessed.
Oh yes, yeah.
He still calls himself the subtitle. I have no idea what he calls himself in Japanese, but the subtitles is like the brute evangelical or evangelist or something like that. So he's still very much a Tega Sword guy, but we'll see.
Yeah, but now he's Tega Sword's personal physician. So
surely, yeah, he's God's doctor. Good for him. It's a big upgrade.
It is like manager of a cafe. God's physician.
It's one heck of a resume, if you ask me. Yeah, I guess I'll say that, like, again, Goju Polar just kind of showed up and again didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
He freed was it Black and Green, but he did not like do anything. He always talks about how he wants to be a god. I've never seen him like do anything for it outside of collecting rings.
Mm-hmm.
But like nobody collects rings in this show.
Well, I think they were saying last week there's only 9 more rings to collect. Everything else is accounted for.
Yeah, there's not a lot of rings left. And we've not seen the guy from the first episode, the one who became Kuwagata Oger. Like, we haven't seen him, like,
Oh yeah,
ever.
he exists.
Yes. So, it's possible that a few more of them will be, like, off-screened by him, and he'll come in with a few rings just to speed things up. Because, there's not many rings left. If what you're saying is right, there's 9 rings left, then, that's, at max, that's only 9 episodes left.
Yeah.
And they might do more than that. And once all of them are collected, something's got to happen, like big plot wise. I look forward to what that is.
So, I did double check my notes. There's 2 more things about Ray, our Lord and Savior. The plot. So Ray can teleport, and he can see who's inside the No One.
Oh yeah, that is
like
something he does.
Direct power of his ring?
I have no idea. The teleport thing, we've seen him do before.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen him like open portals and like walk through. So that's nothing new. So that could just be part of his ring, or he has the Magi Red ring, magical teleportation. Yeah, sure, whatever. Seeing inside, yeah, that's a bit weird. That's new. We've never seen that before. We've never seen anyone do that. And to be fair, everyone gets a power when they contract with the ring, right? So, like, his ring is weird and not truly connected to Tega Sword, but it could be granting him a power.
But where is this ring coming from? It's not direct. I don't think it's directly from Tega Jun like Kuon's ring is.
No, it's something different. It's something weird, and it has not been explained yet. I look forward to it being explained if it ever does. Sometimes magical MacGuffins just show up in these shows and are not well explained. It's not like the Orca booster was like well explained either. It just is a powerful item.
Yeah, it showed up. Like, I thought it was from another series because I haven't watched any other series.
Yeah, no, I don't think it is. I can't remember any series that has something like that, so I'm 90% sure it's original. Hopefully the plot continues and we don't just spin our wheels forever. So,
oh, a man can dream. And hopefully there's not going to be a nightmare involved.
Wrong show. Then this has been the 3rd episode of Discussion Sentai Loserger. If you liked our discussion, please like, subscribe, all that stuff. Small channel, so it'd be really appreciated. I've been Loser Blue.
And I've been Loser Yellow.
See ya.
Bye.